Alright y'all, what we're doing today is showing you how to set up a Goldshell LB box, Libre box. And as I pointed out in the video on the mini doges, the find.goldshell utility, find.goldshell.com, they all have it. That's just great on an initial setup, but if you've had your network going for a while and you've had boxes on and off and such, it's pretty useless. I mean, I'll demonstrate it again because I know it's not going to go to it on 94. It's not. So what I want to do is I want to go to a program called Yotta BC. It's YOTTA, and you get it straight from Goldshell. It takes you to a GitHub page. You got to tell Windows Security that it's okay. But anyway, I'm going to go here, subnet leg 4. I'm going to rescan. Alright, and I want the LB box because that's the one that we're going to be configuring. That's the very top one there. It even identifies it, and if I hit this full screen, it'll tell me which accounts it's mining on, which pool it's active on. So, anyway, let's open the admin page. And let's tell that okay. Now it's still open. Let's go there. Alright, get it in English, top right hand corner, this ain't rocket science. Boom, now it's in English. And it looks like it's going pretty good. It's been up for 12 days, 14 hours. Low hardware error, reject rate's really low, so that one's actually doing good. Temperature's a little bit high. So, and we see that she's going to the Dutch, so those are both test accounts anyway. Alright, now these Libre boxes, there's no option on the power plan, and really the only mods to these, the fans come on early enough. The only valid mod to these is put in 6,000 RPM fans or much bigger fans than the stock 4,000 RPM fans, and in the later version of the first generation, whatever you want to call it, of the LB boxes, I think they pretty much sure that they did ship with 6,000 RPM fans. But anyway, let's unlock the puppy. And default password is always 1 through 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Unlock. You do have to click it. The enter key doesn't work. And I'm not signing into anything because this is the mining leg of the network and it should never meet. And I'm going to get rid of these two pools the easy way here. I'm just going to go reset to default, so we're starting at factory fresh. Because we don't have to worry about changing any power settings back on this. There's no Wi-Fi on this. These have to hook up by wire. They connect on DHCP by default. Okay, so let's do a shift refresh and make sure that we're locked. If we're locked, that will go away. Okay, no pools there. Let's do a shift refresh again. Okay, I know it's locked, but just, alright, I guess it wasn't locked. How did that happen? I did a factory, maybe by default these are unlocked on your first boot, I don't know. I'm honest enough to say I don't know if they're unlocked on the first boot, but let's head over to the miner page. Let's unlock the puppy. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And this one's already had the firmware flashed up to the latest and greatest version. And I always give people a copy of the firmware that I use when I give them these things. So we need to add a pool. Let's add DX pool. And there we are. We know that the test account name is I'm going to stay with the name that belongs on it. And we know that the password is X. We don't need one there. Okay. So now if I give that a few seconds, that should come up. Okay, and it's up and going. And on that one I want to add Mining Dutch to it, so you always have to have a second pool in case your first one's messing up, their machine's not on and wasting money on you. So let's just pick, I don't think it's Mining Dutch. And let's just hit the getting started, and we know that the algorithm is Libre, so instead of clicking over here like I normally do, I'm just going to go here, just for no reason other than if you're on the getting started page, boom, Libre. So you come down, you pick the host you want by your region, select North America, and we know it's an LB box. It's doing a little better than 175. It touches 200 most of the time, like 185, 190. And we just give it a username and a worker name. But for the meantime, we just go copy. We go back into that tab for the LB box. We go add. We go paste as plain text. And we just give it the test account. And we give it a worker name. And I don't believe Mining Dutch require, yes, they do require a password. So I go copy. I go paste as plain text. I go apply. Okay, now it has added it. Let's move that to the priority pool. What most guys do with Libre is they'll use a pool like Mining Dutch or any other pool that pays out in a different currency, and they'll just, you know, have Mining Dutch or whatever pool they're mining on automatically convert it so that they're not paying fees later, and they're generally gathering coins that are dust coins with several zeros after the decimal place before the value when they do that. And that's a long-term game that pays off sometimes, and most of the time it does if you hold it long enough, but sometimes it doesn't. And most of them it jumps one time and they sell it off, and then they've got a horror story 10 years later about, man, I shouldn't have sold that off. It should have kept at least half. But anyway, as you can see, it's attached itself to both pools. After a while, it'll level off and probably just be on the Dutch. And if one has problems, it'll roll to the other. With Libre, I generally don't add a third pool, but I mean, it's probably wise to have a straight-to-wallet pool hitting Odyssey, which is taken over for the Libre project mostly. And Odyssey will give you a wallet. It's a video site like YouTube. They'll give you a wallet and stuff, and it's probably a good place to stash it. But I mean, you can use the wallet, and I think, yeah, Komodo desktop wallet has it for sure. But anyway, there you go. I know, oh yeah, FX wallet, the one that works with the Goldshell wallets, that has it. I think I know my tracer does. Alright, anyway, I guess that's as much as you need to know about the LB boxes, because there's not a whole lot to them as far as updating the firmware. All I would do is click here and pick the file. Right there, 2.25. But this one's already at 225. So I'm going to lock the box. And she's got 7 minutes up. She's already in the 180s. Like I say, this one seems, most of them, as long as you've done the good fans, they tend to run around 185. They'll touch 200, 190. But originals, not so much. Originals weren't so quick. And if you're converting them to other coins, they break even on electric easily. And on some days they make a penny or two a day each. But they're good for gathering dust coins if you're working with pools that'll automatically exchange them for you. And especially like with mining Dutch, there's no on-chain exchange fees, so it's a lot better than gathering coins and then doing it through the exchanges later, because the exchanges will rob you on stuff like that. Okay, so that one's done, that one's ready to go. Anyway, we shall holler at you later with a CK box, which I know should be showing up on